Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It's a great pleasure to see you. As you all know, I leave for Myanmar this morning. I'll fly from New York to Bangkok and visit Myanmar's capital, Yangon, on Thursday, early Thursday morning, May 22nd. I will stay there until May 23rd. From there, I will tour the Irrawaddy Delta area, most affected area, and other areas where I will be led by Myanmar's government. And afterwards, return to Yangon to meet with the leadership and the senior government officials of Myanmar. On Sunday, May 25th, I will return to Yangon again to participate in the pledging conference sponsored by ASEAN and the United Nations. I will return to New York on Monday morning. I also look forward to meeting the Prime Minister and Foreign Minister of Thailand to discuss all these humanitarian and other issues relating to Myanmar. This is a critical moment for Myanmar. We have a functioning relief program in place, but so far have been able to reach only about 25% of Myanmar's people in need. My aim in going to Myanmar is to, first of all, demonstrate my sympathy to the people and government at this time of crisis and challenge, and to see for myself the situation on the ground, particularly in areas most affected by the disaster, unprecedented in Myanmar's history. And I'll have opportunities of meeting with the UN staff as well as NGOs and aid workers during my stay in Yangon. My role and the role of the United Nations, working closely with ASEAN and the government of Myanmar, will be to ensure that all these efforts are well coordinated and as effective as they can be under these difficult circumstances. I will do my utmost for the people of Myanmar. I want to see the conditions under which relief teams are working, and I intend to do all I can to reinforce their efforts in coordination with the Myanmar authorities and international aid agencies. I will discuss with everyone, Myanmar government officials, the leaders of neighboring countries, and relief coordinators and international donors, the way forward and how best to save lives and prevent further hardships. I welcome the government of Myanmar's recent flexibility. Yesterday, it agreed to allow Asian relief workers under the auspices of the ASEAN to oversee and begin distributing international aid supplies. We have received government permission to operate 9 WFP helicopters, which will allow us to reach areas that have so far been largely inaccessible. I believe further similar moves will follow, including expediting the visas of relief workers seeking to enter the country. I'm confident that emergency relief efforts can be scaled up quickly. Even as we attend to today's emergencies, we must give thought to Myanmar's long-term reconstruction and rehabilitation. Foreign Minister Nan Win has estimated losses at more than $10 billion. As you know, Cyclone Nargis devastated Myanmar's agricultural heartland. It may already be too late for the farmers of Myanmar to plant the next harvest. And this will compound the present crisis. In this sense, the economic effects of the natural disaster that has struck Myanmar could be more severe and longer lasting than the 2004 tsunami. These issues will be the subject of the May 25th pledging conference in Yangon. Thank you very much.
Mr. Secretary General, the ASEAN foreign ministers yesterday did make some progress, but in your eyes, is that progress